Hello and welcome back to another episode of Retro Minecraft where we play through the old versions of Minecraft. The sun is just coming up. We are still in Minecraft Alpha 1.1.2_01. Nice and catchy title. We aren't making the upgrade quite yet. I apologize for the slight bit of lag I seem to be getting. Oh! The lag is gonna... No! Oh! Okay, just about survived that. As you'll see, I've done some work off camera. You won't see it up here. I've got a humongous tree that grew and it doesn't seem like the leaves are despawning, so that's something I'm going to have to deal with. But I got some iron and I got the bow which I've wanted, which lets you do the machine gun firing. I've tried it out. We've got a couple of guys we could do on down there, but I only have 2 arrows. If we fire too quick, the damage doesn't... the arrow bounces off. But nonetheless, I am very happy with it. So let me head back to the house and I will show you. I also made a little path I can actually jump across. And I'll show you what I've been getting up to in there. I was going to say, I don't think that chicken existed. So we're in the house. I've been gathering some things. I need to just restock on some of this lovely pork. We've got lots of iron. I'm going to grab this leather and we can get our first bit of leather armor. And we can get some boots as well, which is perfect. I really like the texture for the leather. And you'll see that it gives us an absolute ton of armor points in this version. And so this is the basement, which last time was only about this deep. You'll see that I've dug almost all the way down to bedrock, so I can do some spawning. Mainly because I needed some blocks for something that we're going to do later on in this episode. Now, I don't know, I'm getting quite a lot of lag today. This game was not optimized back then. I've got a couple of caves that I haven't properly explored yet. There was something I wanted to show you. The other reason I realized ladders in these versions you can place, there it is. Can you see it? Lovely, lovely gold. You can place ladders every other block and I believe you can still climb up. So if I did that, I can still get up. So it's something I'll bear in mind, and I can come fill it in when ladders are a bit cheaper to make. They use so much resource at the moment. So let's grab our first bits of gold. Another thing with the ladders is that you can't shift click on them. You'll always fall down, which is definitely annoying. And because I've now put that gap in, I can make it so we can get back up. So we've got right down to cave level here. We've got some redstone and we've got lava. But I wanted to show you before I grabbed it all. Redstone is a toughie to mine. That takes a rather long time. We got some iron, some redstone, so I probably won't grab all of it today, but I wanted some of it. And before I upgrade to any next version, I want to... I think that was all that was there, but 10 will do fine. I'll come grab this stuff later. And there's always the chance of diamonds, so let's just have a little look. There we go. Around here, doesn't look like any. But if I do find some, I'll definitely let you guys know. So we skipped past a few versions. We didn't start at the beginning of Minecraft's development history because those versions don't have sound that work for in the game. So I went with version 1.1.2_01. Where's my chest that I had? Because we had sound, which was a good start for me. So we got a few things to catch up on, and I'm going to run through them today. Let me just grab all of this and we can head up to the top. So most recently, from this version 1.1.0, we had the introduction of compasses. We also have buckets, as you'll see. So the compass will point to my spawn point, I believe, which is just out here there. So, and it's a bit slow on catching up. Pretty cool. I didn't realize it was added so early. So we have a compass. I don't believe we can make maps at all. That's quite a bit later on. So we can put this in here. We also had in 1.0.11 reeds, clay, paper books, and slimes, but the slimes have been deactivated since that version because they spawned irregularly and they won't be added until beta. So we will not be making a slime farm, unfortunately. I was quite excited when I saw that, but they get deactivated not soon after their introduction. So we don't have slimes, but we do have reeds, and we can make bookcases, and we can grab some of the clay that we've got outside and make some bricks, which is all pretty cool. Now for this that we're going to be doing today, I need to be heading over to here, which I kind of scouted out as the location. I want to also keep an eye out for reeds because I haven't found any yet. We've got a big area of ocean, so there might be reeds around there. And then the other additions are fences, which is brilliant. They were added in 1.0.17. This is perfect. This is what I was hoping this kind of island would look like. Of course, as I said before, I don't want to generate too much land all at once. But we've got to explore a little bit to be able to create some base stuff and that sort of thing. So yeah, 1.0.14, sorry, getting my versions in a muddle here on my notes, but that had the jukebox was added, which we could probably, oh, we need diamonds for that. Of course, it's the redstone for note blocks. So I think we're going to build here. This is where I'm going to decide to go. I need to make get some of this sorted. Eggs, which we collected last time, but they have no use yet, and mine carts, which can have furnaces and chests in. I didn't realize they were added so early into the game either, so that's something that we can play around with as well. But there's no powered carts, so I think there's limited use, but I could use them for large storage moving, as long as it's not uphill too much. So let me just get set up here and collect my kind of thoughts. As you can see, I'm planning something, but talking at the same time is meaning that I'm losing my train of thought quite a bit. So let me just dump some of these blocks here and get to work. Okay, fantastic. I've got this area done, and I'm going to go up 18 blocks. I believe I mentioned what I was planning last episode. I want to set up a mob spawner. I'm not going up as far as you necessarily need to. Well, it's a good view up here, isn't it? It'd be lovely in the daytime. Because I want them to spawn when I'm not necessarily when I'm just always directly underneath, and this is going to be big enough that it's going to span out quite a lot. So 18 blocks up is perfect for me where the first level is going to be. And I'm going to build it, and it's going to be one that can work. Wow, I'm surprised I survived. I guess it's 18 blocks, so it doesn't kill me. My armor took some serious degradation there. You see it's gone down loads. I need to place a water source block up here. I'm going to build one that can be used through every single version as far as to my knowledge. It won't do spiders, so I won't be getting string. It's a mob spawner that Etho has used in later versions. Hopefully my shift doesn't fail on me too many more times, otherwise that will be the end of me. Let's drop a water there. So I'm going to get the layout. It's going to be modified, so it's Etho's one that he uses, but I'm going to put 4 of them together and combine them slightly to have kind of a really big one for each level. And eventually, once I filled out all the levels, it should produce plenty of arrows, and TNT are the 2 things, or gunpowder are the 2 things that I am most interested in. So let me just get the layout done, and I will be right back. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but I've just discovered one of the old glitches of the game. So if you're shifting and you walk, you don't make any noise. But when you stop shifting, I don't know if you're able to hear this, it runs through all of the noises that were muted while you were shifting, which is quite a funny little quirk that gets patched out, I think, relatively soon. I saw it in the patch notes referenced, not ages away in terms of updates. Okay, I think I have it all laid out here, kind of the base plan. It's used a lot of my blocks, so I'm definitely going to have to do some more large kind of scale mining for this. But I want to try and get the first level up and running as soon as possible to start at least getting some drops. The sun is going to be setting soon. So, but of course I wasn't planning on having a huge cobblestone monstrosity. I'm going to cover it in planks on the walls on the outside, just so that I don't have to look at cobblestone all day. So I'm going to do the walls. I'm going to see, I doubt this is going to be anywhere near enough blocks, so I'm going to have to probably set up, go get some more trees, and also set up a tree farm at some point as well. We're going to have to do it all at night time at the minute. Wait for it. Gosh, that was a lot of running. So all of the wood that I gathered did do the base amount, but then of course this is all going to go, needs to go 3 higher to even not even get the first layer completely topped off with a roof, so I'm definitely going to have to go tree farming in a second. It doesn't particularly look like much at the minute, but once it goes up 10 stories and is producing bountiful yields, I'm sure that I won't be complaining. Have a look at some of this lovely alpha generation that it's got me here, the waterside cliff. I mean, it really does bring in some things that you kind of wouldn't see until you got the mountain biome and you get that kind of generation again. I think there is quite a charm to this alpha side of it, especially with this neon grass and these trees. I think this is the last version where you get this neon grass appearing. So I'm making the most of it. So this is what it looks like before I put the lid on. There's water in these corners as well as these ones with one extra spawn point on each of it, and then this middle bit I've adapted slightly. These slabs stop spiders spawning because the drop holes are only one wide. It's a shame to miss out on the string, but it's super effective otherwise, and I'm sure we'll find a spider spawner at some point, cave spider spawner likely, that I can get a string from. So I'm just about to put the lid on this and then it will be ready to go. I'm going to leave the holes plugged up and then create some glass chutes so that we don't get hostile mobs dropping on our heads when we're down there working. So I'm just going to put the lid on and hopefully I have enough cobblestone for this. Okay, so quite a bit of time has now passed in real life. It's been maybe about 5 days, kind of work and general life has stopped me from getting on. I've made some more progress on this mob farm. We've got the second layer kind of up and done. And to get enough cobblestone, I've started building, digging really, a pit, which is going to go all the way down to bedrock and it's going to spiral around. It looks pretty small from up here, but it's provided me a good amount of cobblestone. Although, don't know if you heard that monster noise, that was pretty cool. So now I'm just gonna put on the walls for this layer and then hopefully I've got enough cobblestone. I suspect I'll have to go and grab some more to finish up the second layer of this mob spawner. It hasn't spawned anything yet. I've been doing quite a bit of work on it, so I don't know if maybe there's kind of some spawn mechanics that get changed later on. But even if nothing spawns in this version, once we move up the versions, I know that it definitely works in later versions, so hopefully that will be fixed. I think it might just be that mob spawn rates are pretty low and I haven't really lit up anything or the underlying caverns either. So there's that. Let's get this wall on and we'll see where we get to. And the sun has just gone down, so it's time to get to work. The sun is just coming up and we've got this level complete. So we've now got 2 full functional levels. I forgot to show you last time, but I think you can just about see that I put some glass chutes on as well so that whenever these mobs do spawn, they'll be contained. Yeah, you can see it a little bit more. They fall down and they should sit there and wait for me unless they're despawning. I've just started laying out the 3rd level. I want to get probably 10 stories, so we've got 2, so we're 20% of the way there. But I'm going to need some more cobble and a lot more wood, so that's probably going to set up some farms for the wood. The pit is getting deeper, but looks pretty small from up here. I wanted to show you, we'll take a look at this structure from down below, but just on the edge of my render distance, I can't see if I move my mouse, but I can see just here where my cursor is, some reeds, so we're going to go grab them to finish up this episode because that will lead nicely for next time when I want to do some farms, so we can include a reed farm in that so that we can make books as well as get some clay so we can do some bricks and set up a cactus farm, a reed farm, and probably a furnace smelter. There's quite a lot that is on our list of things to do. We're close to upgrading to the next version as well, so we've got to make some preparations for that. Let me grab these reeds though. Aha! We can see our house, the pit, and our 2-story mob spawner with the chutes. No mobs yet. I'm not sure if there's some sort of code that means that they don't spawn on placed blocks, like a block that you've placed yourself, but we'll have to see. either way, this will work once we get to certain versions, so I'm not too upset if it doesn't work right now. That'll do it for this episode. Do keep an eye out for next episode, where we will be setting up some farms. We need a tree farm, a reed farm, and a cactus farm to get set up in preparation for our update, where we will be moving on from the trusty 1.1.2_01. But that's all for now. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.